Well, the reason I stopped here is this is where, when we done the ghost session where there's the lad drowned, and it was just, was it off this block? It was. He was standing on the top of these blocks. There was a boat, like one of these cobbles, what you see on the entrance there, with a dodger over the front. It was suspended on here. It was getting refitted, and along the joints of the seams of the boat, they have like a thin beading, and they'd stripped all these lengths of beading off, and they were about 8 foot long. And we'd been fishing on the North Pier, and we decided we'd had enough and we wanted to come and muck about in the dock. So we were mucking about in the little skiffs on the side of what tied at the side of the harbour wall, and we were just mucking about. Came up here, and we saw these lengths of wood, and the tide was full up, so it comes up a good way. And and we were just picking them up, and as we were chucking them up, they were coming down like spears, and they were dropping into water, going prattling into water, and then bobbing back up full length, flopping out. And this one, he had his little fishing bag on, his little side satchel thing, and he chucked this one, and I saw him spin round, and as he spun round, he just like fell backwards, and he fell backwards into the water. And this life buoy wasn't here, the rails weren't here, they were just open sided things. All this is new, and he just hit the water, and he seemed to be some distance away from the pier wall, from this quayside wall. There was about 5 of us. Some went down this ramp, because this ramp wasn't here then either. It used to be back up there where the brickwork is. And the lads, there was about 3 lads, ran down and shouted at them to tell them to swim towards them, because I couldn't swim. The other lad who was with us couldn't swim. I think there was only one, maybe 2 of them who had the 50 yards on the back sort of thing. And we were shouting at him to swim to the side, and he was just kicking and kicking and kicking. I ran down there. He'd gone down once already, and he kicked back the top. I set away running. There was a life buoy down the end. Pulled it off, ran up, and he'd been down and came back up. And I chucked the life buoy in, and he just flapping and flapping. He didn't see it. We tried to pull it towards him and things like that, and we couldn't get it any closer to him. And the third time's a gem, and he just went down, and he didn't come back up. And the water was a lovely clear day, and you could see him, and just as he drifted out of sight in the water, you just like, you're standing there and just total shock of, where's he gone? Is he not coming back up? And it's seeing it happen is something else, to be honest. We were just standing, and there was a little skiff, little boat thing came round here with a guy paddling it on the back, and he was gone as hard as he could. And just as he was getting to roughly where he went down, this guy came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from, and he was stripped down to his undies, and he just launched himself off the side of the thing, and he went down, and he came back up, and he went down, and he came back up. Third time he went down, and he brought him back up, and brought him up the side of the boat, and the lads in the little boat pulled him ashore, like pulled him into the boat, and he was blue like I've never seen, and we just stood there and just helpless to think, you didn't believe that he was going to die. You didn't. You either didn't want to, or you're not seeing it. You were thinking, this only happens in the movies, man. Be all right now. As soon as you get him off his boat, it'll be all right. And all of a sudden, the police came down and took our names and stuff like that, and we're saying, is he going to be all right? Oh, why, they're still working on him and things like that. Oh, why, shall we go up and tell his ma? No, we'll sort all that out. You just get yourself sorted and get yourself homes type of thing, and you didn't mind out else. We'll sort your friend out, and he'll be all right type of thing. And it's only the next day when because the phone calls weren't available then, you had to go in the corner of the street to make a phone call and things. And it was only when you went to school the next year that you heard, your friend died,